Have you ever heard of buyer fatigue? And no, it's not when buyers get sick. Stay tuned. This week I'm going to tell you all about buyer fatigue in our market on this episode. Hey there, if you like videos like this and want to stay up to date on the Seattle real estate market or learn more about real estate in general, don't forget to hit subscribe. We'd love to have you along and share all of our knowledge with you. So, do you know what buyer fatigue is? No, it's not when buyers get sick. Buyer fatigue is something that happens actually quite often in our market. When the year starts, buyers typically get really excited. They say, this is the year I'm going to buy a house and I'm going to go out and start looking. At the beginning of the year, we also see the least number of homes listed, and therefore there is the most competition. And so what's happening is that all of these buyers are making offer after offer, and most times not winning unless you get really lucky because it is so competitive. And so they lose, and then they encounter something called buyer fatigue. This is when they're fatigued by the market, they feel defeated, they don't think they're ever going to get a home, they don't want to wait any longer, but they feel like there's no other option. They almost have to wait for the market to slow down in order to actually find a home that they can purchase successfully. It's really interesting in our market because this happens pretty frequently each year. It doesn't happen frequently throughout the year. It actually happens at a very specific time each year when the market is really competitive. It happens right after the market gets so competitive that everyone is losing, and then we see all of these homes come onto the market because the sellers are now ready to sell, which is exactly what is starting to happen right now in our market. We're seeing a ton of homes come on, which is great news for buyers, but the buyers that have been competing for the last month are feeling very fatigued because they haven't been able to win anything. And so they make decisions like, let's take a break in our search, let's rent for another year, and then the cycle starts over. So buyer fatigue is a very real thing. We're starting to see the first signs of it, and that's why we track the market week over week to see what exactly is happening. But sellers, you should be aware that buyer fatigue is real, and you have to be very careful about how you price your home and how you present it when buyers are starting to get fatigued. That's buyer fatigue for you. If you have any other questions about buying or selling in this market, or if you're feeling fatigued, reach out to us. We can certainly help you, give you strategies to help make sure you're winning the home that you truly want. And sellers will help you strategize on the best price for your home during a market where we're starting to see buyer fatigue. Hey, if you like this video or you know someone who might find it useful, we'd love to have you like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with a friend who you think might love it as well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.